Hello, lovely Capricorn. Thanks for joining me. This is your reading for this new moon in Taurus, which in the Southern Hemisphere I think is tonight, but it's on the 11th and the 12th. So let's get some cards out. If you haven't tuned in before, thank you, and thank you anyway. We're just doing a shortened Celtic cross, looking at the central point basis, what's behind you, where you're at, and moving forward. And then we go through and clarify. So Capricorn, we're just getting the first few cards first. And, and we get more for the basis. But anyway, the other two are face down. Let's have a look. Prince of Wands, hot and cold. Fast, fiery, ego-driven personality. It could be aspects of yourself, dear Capricorn, or someone in your life. Crossed by the Two of Swords here. So you can see this beautiful Two of Swords in the Thoth deck is called Peace. And we see the new moon at the top of that card, actually. It is a card about making a decision, of course. And maybe this time of the new moon is time to make a decision. Who would know? You know, often as we go through, it might become a little bit clearer. Often the court cards, I would always look at, are they aspects of yourself? And maybe for some of you out there, they are. When we look at the Prince of Wands, he's very, she, whatever. A sort of hot and cold character. Fiery prince. Kind of ego-driven, quite sexual, excuse me. So anyway, let's just keep going. It could be a matter of, you know, a matter of a relationship here. We see the basis of this. So we're making an intuitive decision, actually. We're making a decision based on our intuitive capabilities here, whether it's in regards to that Prince of Wands, whether it's in regards to the way that, you know, these aspects of yourself that you want to alter a little bit. The basis of this, we have the Nine of Swords. It's very swordy here for lovely Capricorn. Nine of Swords with the Queen of Swords. So we see this suit coming to an end in the Nine, and it's actually a damn good thing. There's a lot of worry in this card, unfounded worry, catastrophic thinking in this card. So I'm glad that the Queen came out on top of it. But maybe this is something that you've been dealing with lately, you know, unfounded fear about making a particular decision, possibly. Let's just see what's behind you, Capricorn. What's behind you currently? We have the unencumbered Fool setting off on a journey. It would sort of indicate to me that that there's been a big lightening of the load, quite a big shift possibly in your life in terms of what you do, what you're choosing to do, work-wise, whatever, relationship-wise. Looking around you, maybe not being so reliant on, with the Fool here, on, you know, relying on the physical things that you have around you. You feel that you've sort of set yourself free a little bit. You've set yourself free a little bit. Current position, we get the Seven of Discs, which is a card of review. So if we're unencumbered, well, we like the idea of it. But often, you know, that freedom of the Fool, being unencumbered, is actually more so about being unencumbered in your mind. It's not really always about the physical things around you. So if you're looking back, which the Seven of Discs is currently, the card of looking back and kind of seeing that, well, that didn't work and that didn't work. I mean, to me, the Seven of Discs, being the seven, is about desire and assessment. Sorry, Capricorn, I just have to pick up. These cards fell down. The Seven being a card of that desire, assessment, and review. That, you know, maybe that is the case. You're reviewing this. Maybe you made a decision to just throw caution to the winds. But you're looking back at your energy exchanges currently. It feels like that to me. Moving forward, we'll go through and clarify, Capricorn. Moving forward for lovely Capricorn at this time. Maybe you're in a position where you can review, actually, where you can look back and do a review and see, all right, so I put a lot of energy into that. Didn't really work, but that did. We get the Moon moving forward. The seen and the unseen, the ability to reveal and to hide. The idea of a sort of transferred light. The idea of the subconscious mind. Elements of the subconscious coming into the conscious mind. Let's go through and we'll clarify this reading. So the basis is kind of interesting, and I'm glad the Queen of Swords is there because she is so precise and clear and impersonal about cutting out things, mind machinations, things that are unhelpful to you, mental states. Actually, the light's a bit weird because it's quite early in the morning, but anyway, doesn't matter. So the Queen of Swords, mind machinations, things that aren't helpful, nightmares, unfounded fear is the Nine of Swords. It's just probably in its highest aspect. It teaches us that all of those sleepless nights and worries or worrying really in the end has no input, has no effect in changing the physical world around us. So, and in fact, it just sort of accelerates that stress. So it's like, instead of worrying, put something into action, even if it's the smallest thing. I think cutting away, cut away the detritus and get to the guts of it and the truth here. I think this is what the Queen has or is providing for you, and this is you're moving from that Seven of Discs where we do a review. To a certain degree, you have lightened the load, you have got rid of a burden, and you're reviewing that as you move forward. You can't really see what this will bring or where that takes you. Not yet, dear Capricorn, but you will. So the Queen, or what was I looking at? The Queen of Swords at the basis of this reading. To me, it's like you got some new information that came through. This is the Eight of Wands. instant, immediate, beyond time and space communication these days with the internet. Arrows coming through, new information and speed, something accelerated for you, something got to a point where you had to embody or at least gravitate somehow to the full. It allowed you to do that, you see. Interesting. Now let's have a wee look. Dear Capricorn, let me just focus for a minute. It's quite, there's so many swords in this. It's quite airy, fairy. Yeah, information. How do we utilize that? This is all about transmutation. How do we utilize that Nine of Swords, that debilitating worry card? Transmute it into something really useful. We've somehow managed to do that, Capricorn. Anyway, let's look at the Seven of Discs. Seven of Discs, where we're looking back at that full, actually. Seven of Discs for Capricorn. Oh. Energy in, energy out. Magician, hello. Hello. Calling the Magician. There's a lot of, you know, we use the word transformation very easily. We bandy it around, but in fact it's it can be grueling, it can be be a case of putting a level of work into something for years before we feel that we have released ourselves, if that was our intention. There is that here. There's a lot of mind. It's just so kind of mind, Capricorn. Mind chatter, yabber. And I think you've... Look, this could be a... is what I'm just getting. It could be a situation of mental health, like having to make some big changes in terms of mental health, or mental health issues. Let's face it, you know, in these times, that is a very much in the forefront of life, isn't it? Is that it's not just about survival anymore. It's turned into, you know, trying to maintain balance and trying to maintain a healthy balance, a healthy mind. And there are many and various different avenues and tools to use for that. But anyway, we have the Magician. This is beautiful to be able to have the Magician with the Seven of Discs, because it means we're taking certain things on board, and that's what we're bringing into this new zone moving forward with the moon. It's pretty amazing. Let's have a look at the moon, please. We only get so much out of these readings. They are general. Oops. They are general readings. If it were a personal reading, it would be vastly more in-depth than this. So I will be doing making personal readings available through video link very soon. Let's just see. And in fact, I do prefer doing personal readings, of course. Now, sorry, Capricorn, let's get a clarifier for the moon. For this beautiful moon, the cyclical mother. Yeah, we get this coming out. This came out a couple of times. Look, we've just been really careful, Capricorn. We've been careful. I say this because, you know, I think coming up with the Magician currently, I mean, you kind of know where everything's at. It is a balance. We have the Seven of Cups coming out with the moon. Very appropriate. You know, the moon can hide, can reveal. As I said, we need to trust our mind here. This is a very mind kind of thing going on. We need to trust it. The Seven assessment, desire, the Seven of Cups, we have so many options. On one level, we have so many options. On another, we don't necessarily trust what's in these cups. Are they illusions? Are they fantasies? Could they ever get off the ground? Well, you know, because the element of desire, the element of that watery, desiring element is not in all of us. It's a tenuous area, isn't it? It's a tenuous area. So we have to really assess these options, and whether, you know, like it's not a heavy thing. It's just, we might just get one more card for that, please. The Seven of Cups with the moon. Yeah, look, as we move forward, look, there's been a lot of, this is a really mentally busy read, and you've got to a point where, you know, you are in a great position because you've managed to cut out, to manage your mind in this reading. So you're in a good position currently with the Magician here. Like really strong position actually. What we get with the moon, with the Seven of Cups, we get the great respite card of the Four of Swords. Yes, another sword. Rest, mental rest, sleep. We can't function without it. Take time out. And of course, no one necessarily allows you that. You give that to yourself. So, wow, Capricorn, this looks like it's been quite a, there has been a struggle, like mentally. Whatever this is about, family, home, general life, mental health, you know, all of that. You're in a fabulous position at this current time, and you are looking forward to this respite. Have a rest. Take a deep breath. Let the just natural cyclical rhythms of life do their thing. There's very, very beneficial, really beneficial planetary movements at the moment. If you are interested in astrology, in the astrological sort of play of the planets, you know, there's really beneficial stuff happening. So let things play out. Have some rest. You know, just slow the mind down. Slow it down. What needs to be revealed will be to you. by you. Yeah. All right, pixies and fairies. Let's get a card. 4. Let's have a wee look at this messages, you know, like the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and that 9. It's also about knowing, you know, the strong thing here is personal trust. Is trusting your own mind, actually. And to me, you've done fabulous. You've done fabulously well in this reading. Whatever it is, this is just, I mean, it's just that that's what I hear. So you've done really, really well. You've had to trust yourself in whatever scenario, situation this has been for you, or period of time for you, Capricorn. You've trusted yourself and you've got things in motion. So you can afford, let me tell you, you've got things in motion here. You can afford to rest a little bit. Just rest, 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 rest. We come out first with the, oh God, what's his name? I know, Glancona or something like that. Yeah, Glancona, which is a deceptive card. It's a character, and I do feel somehow it's related to poor old Prince of Wands. Maybe related to that personality a little bit. A kind of untrustworthy. But it can also mean not just a physical, actual, you know, person or entity, but our own mind. As I said, you know, there's a big thing of trusting your own mind here and getting to that point, which is fabulous. And, oh, look, it's great how the light just lights Nelly's the Alchemist. Look at that. Oh, I love that. I love that. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? I love this card. So you flick the switch. You're Nelly's the Alchemist here. You've flicked the switch. You've got the wand. That's all you need. That's all you need, dear Capricorn. Wow. That's really beautiful. Things play out as they will. Good on you. Good on you, Capricorns. Wow. Yeah. Look, it's a funny card, this. There's a portal that we can choose to enter here if we ask different questions of ourselves. That's the whole point of the questioning. And it is like having a recipe book and perpetually and constantly expanding on your recipe book so that, you know, what were your 12 go-to recipes turn into like this sort of banquet feast of all the things that you're capable of. This is what the questioning is about, is asking the right questions for you and asking new ones. And when we ask new ones, we don't know. That's why we ask them, because we don't know what the outcome is. But I can tell you this is looking very beneficial, and you've done some hard work, and it is time to chillax, relax, dear Capricorn. Look, I'll just get one more little Harlequin. Let's see. Beautiful read. Beautiful. Overcoming. Often it's hard to know what to call certain things. You know, overcoming. Overcoming the mind. Small actions, large impact. Oh, if you can see that. Small actions, dear friend. Large impact. On that note, au revoir, a bientôt. Oh, what's that? I don't know. I'm getting my languages mixed up. Take good care. Enjoy this beautiful new moon in Taurus and your fellow Earth sign. And we'll see you next time. So thanks for joining me. And thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe. It's great. It keeps me going here. Thank you. Okay, ka kite. Bye.